So the idea of working in Japan, it's pretty exciting, right? But then you think about the visa process, and suddenly it feels like this huge, complicated maze. Well, guess what? In the next few minutes, we're going to hand you the map. We are going to demystify this whole thing and turn that bureaucratic headache into a super clear step-by-step path.
Yeah, you've probably been dreaming about it, right? Taking your career to Japan. I mean, the tech, the culture, all the opportunities. It's an awesome thought. But there's always that one big question that pops up, isn't there? How in the world do I handle the visa? Don't you worry, you are in exactly the right place. We are going to completely unravel this for you. We'll take that tangled mess of paperwork and turn it into a straight, simple road forward. Promise. Okay, so here's our game plan. First up, we're going to get our heads around Japan's pretty unique visa system. Then, we'll hit the most important part, the one thing you absolutely have to do first. After that, it's the 5-step journey. We'll figure out which visa type is your best fit, and finally, what you need to do the second you land. All right, let's dive in. First things first, we got to get the basics down, because Japan's system is probably a little different from what you're used to. See, everything, and I mean everything, revolves around this one key idea, the status of residence.
So what does that even mean? Well, here's the deal. In a lot of countries, a work permit is kind of like an all-access pass. You get it, you can work. Not in Japan. Think of it more like a key for a very specific door. Your visa is tied to a specific job category. If you get a visa as an engineer, you have to do engineering work. If you're an artist, you work as an artist. It's all about precision, really. It's how the government makes sure that people are filling the exact roles they were approved for.
And we're not talking about short-term gigs here. These visas are usually issued for 1, 3, or even 5 years right off the bat. And yeah, of course, they're renewable. The whole system is really designed for professionals who are serious about building a real career in Japan.
Okay, let's have a quick but super important reality check. Do not, I repeat, do not try to game this system. The consequences are no joke. We're talking about deportation, fines that can go up to 3 million yen, and you could even be banned from coming back. Seriously, the only way to do this is the right way.
So what is the right way? Well, it all boils down to one single, absolutely non-negotiable first step. This is the golden rule, the key that unlocks the whole entire process. And here it is. You must get a job offer first. That's it. Before you even think about filling out a single form, you need a company in Japan to hire you. Why? It's simple. Your employer is your sponsor. They're the ones who kickstart the whole process. Without them, you literally can't even apply. This is the bedrock of everything. Okay, so once you've got that job offer locked in, now the real journey begins. So let's break down the 5 main steps that take you from that signed contract all the way to stepping off the plane in Japan. But first, let's talk timeline, just so you know what to expect. From the moment your employer starts the paperwork to you actually arriving, you're probably looking at about 3 to 5 months. The biggest chunk of that waiting time, it's for a document called the Certificate of Eligibility, or COE. That part alone can take anywhere from 1 to 3 months. So here's how it all plays out, step by step. 1, you get the job offer. Done. 2, your new company in Japan applies for that certificate of eligibility. Remember, that's the long part. 3, they get it and mail it to you. 4, you take that COE to your local Japanese embassy or consulate and get the actual visa put in your passport. And 5, you book your flight and go. So what exactly is the COE thing? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a pre-approval. It's a document from the immigration authorities inside Japan saying, yep, we've checked this person out and they're good to go. Your employer has to handle it because it all happens on their end. They submit all the proof that you're qualified and that they're a legit company. Once they get that COE, your part of the consulate is basically just a final stamp of approval. It makes everything so much smoother. Now, to get that COE, your employer is going to need some stuff from you. So you'll want to have your documents ready to go. We're talking a really detailed resume or CV, a copy of your diploma or your highest degree, and you'll also need to help them write up a clear explanation of what your job duties will be. The more organized you are, the easier you make it for them. Okay, so you've got the process down. But the fine print can change a little bit depending on the type of work you'll be doing. And that leads us to the next big question. Which one of these visa categories is the right one for you? All right, so while there are quite a few work visas, you're most likely going to run into one of these 4.
The most common one by far is the engineer/specialist visa. This is your go-to for most professional jobs. Think IT, marketing, teaching, that kind of thing. Then there's the highly skilled professional visa. This is for the heavy hitters, experts, researchers, people with really high salaries. You've also got the specified skilled worker visa, which is for industries where Japan really needs more people. And finally, if you're looking to start your own company, there's the business manager visa.
Let's take a closer look at that highly skilled professional one because it's pretty interesting. It's based on a point system, and you need to get at least 70 points to qualify. Now, you get points for things like your professional experience, sure, but look at where the big points are. It's all about your salary and your level of education. That's a huge signal about who this visa is for. Japan is really rolling out the red carpet for top-tier, highly educated talent.
Okay, fast forward. Your visa's in your passport. You've landed in Japan. Congratulations. But hold on, the paperwork journey isn't quite over yet. In fact, those first couple of weeks are absolutely critical for getting all your official ducks in a row. The most important number you need to burn into your brain right now is 14, as in 14 days. The second you have a place to live, a permanent address, a clock starts ticking. You have exactly 2 weeks to get down to your local municipal office and register that address. This isn't optional, it's the master key that unlocks everything else, like getting a bank account, signing up for health insurance, all of it. When you land at the airport, they're going to hand you this little card. It's called a Zayuyu card, or residence card. This thing is now your life. It is your main form of ID in Japan, and you are legally required to have it on you at all times. Seriously, for your day-to-day life there, it's even more important than your passport. So here's your to-do list for those first couple of weeks. You go to the city office, you register your address. While you're there, you'll also get enrolled in the national health insurance and pension systems. Once your new address is printed on the back of your residence card, then you can finally go and set up that super important Japanese bank account. You know, when you think about it, tackling the Japan work visa process really comes down to how you look at it. You can see it as the scary, confusing mountain of bureaucracy, or you can see it for what it is now that you have a plan, a clear, logical, step-by-step journey.
So there you have it, the complete roadmap. You know the golden rule, job first. You know the 5 steps. You know exactly what to do when you get there. The path is laid out right in front of you. So I guess there's only one question left to ask. What's your first step going to be?